Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome to Trending Thursday. My name is Glenn, Senior Stock Market Strategist for VectorVest. Glad to be here. Glad to have you here. As you all know, this was the original stream, and that got us started on the YouTube channel. If you can hear me loud and clear, by all means, please respond in the affirmative, preferably with VV Nation, to let me know that I am coming across loud and clear. Hopefully we don't have any issues like we had yesterday, but if we do, we're going to be hot on it, and we'll get back. All right, so is it cold there too? Yep. That's why I'm wearing this hat. I'm wearing the hat for two reasons. One, because it's cold, but two, because this still is a new hat on the store. If you go to www.vectorvest.com/merchandise, we got a lot of new items on the store, and one of them is this beanie. All right, look at that VectorVest right on. Yeah, it's cold here too. It's going to be cold tomorrow morning. I think the alert just hit. It's going to be cold tomorrow morning when we wake up. It's going to be in the teens in North Carolina. Why would we ever be in the teens in North Carolina? Clay is in the background again for me today. I could see it in Ohio, but I can't see it. I moved from New York so I wouldn't have to go through this kind of cold. That's what I did. I didn't want this kind of cold. If I wanted this kind of cold, I would have stayed in New York. Teens in North Carolina. Well, exactly, John. That's what I'm saying. All right, that's what I'm saying. You have on your John Deere beanie. I need a Cafe Bustelo beanie. I need them to send me a beanie. Somebody hook me up. Somebody got to put me in contact with somebody in Cafe Bustelo. Talking about that, I got my Cafe Bustelo in my VectorVest cup. Look at that. I had in my VectorVest cup. John says about 3 inches more snow here. Yeah, y'all can keep all the snow. You know something? I should have moved to Texas. I should have moved to Texas or Florida, and then I wouldn't have to worry about this. You do know, like in Fort Myers, is like 79 degrees today. Whew. But in the summertime, it's like 11 billion degrees, just like Texas. I'm not doing that. Glenn, that will be an average day in Bretton Woods, New Hampshire, 19. Yeah, I'm not trying. Try Ottawa, below zero. No, I ain't trying that. How about that? No, I don't even want to think about trying that. I need to go to Florida. I like me some Florida. I wonder if VectorVest would let me work from Florida. We need to get us a document going to see if VectorVest will let me go to Florida. All right, man. My kids live in Tampa. I like Tampa. I do like Tampa. I just don't want to be near their mama, but I like Tampa. Maybe I go over. What's that really tropical place? Dang it, in Florida, a lot of rich people there too. We did something there a long time ago. What is that place in Florida? It looks like being in the tropics. Somebody will get it to me. It's really like being in, no, not Boca Raton. When somebody puts it up, I'll know it. Nope, it ain't Boca Raton. It's something beach. And there's a whole bunch of those. Not Key West. All right, somebody, should we buy BBAI? I'm thinking about it. It's not Key West either. When somebody will say it, I'll know it. But it's one of the most beautiful places in Florida I've ever been, and we did an event for VectorVest. Nope, not Mar Vista. Somebody's going to say it. Anyway, so let's talk about what's going on in the market. Big news, not Naples. Big news, Bitcoin got up over 100,000. Ryan's been all over this. Ryan has been all over the whole Bitcoin thing. Nope, not Destin. Again, when I see it, I'll know it. Somebody will put it up there. Ryan, man, has been all over. And now he actually brought me into the light. I do own iBit and I do own Ethereum by way of ETFs. I couldn't get my order filled with UAMY. I did get into UAMY early this morning. I took a hit on it because a lot of people profit took on it. The stock went up big. The stock went up big. None of those yet. Gosh dang, I can't remember the name of the place in Florida. It was beautiful. I loved it. I said if I were retired and I wanted to retire at a beach, it would be here. But I don't remember the name. Now I'm mad because I can't. Nope, not Clearwater.
Hey, real quick.
Yeah.
Can you unplug your mic and plug plug it back in. You're crackling.
All right, hold on. Let me unplug it and plug it back in. Hold on. All right, here we go. Hopefully that's better. Is that better, Clay?
I'll let you know in a minute.
All right, hopefully that's better. Let me know in the room if that's better. All right, while that's going on, no, not Coral Springs. It sounds better. Good. The biggest thing is with crypto, is this a full-fledged move on crypto now or not? You know, and that leaves it up to be said. A lot of anticipation of crypto moving, a lot of anticipation of more crypto inclusion in a lot of different things. Malfreda said, we've been through all of the cities in Florida. There's no, dang it. Something Beach. Gosh, dang it. No, I'm in the middle of the night when I wake up. I'm going to come do a live. I'm going to start a live at 3 o'clock in the morning to tell you what it was. Marco Island. Got it. Marco Island. All that you guys said, not one person said Marco Island. That's it. Marco Island. Man, I had that. That was not, everybody's still putting, is a delay. Marco Island. That's the place. I don't know how it just came in my head, but that was it. Alfreda said, never heard of it? Are you serious? Is it that well kept? We did a seminar in Marco Island, and I loved Marco Island. I know I said something beach, but I guess that's what I thought, but it's not. All right. With that being said, we can see what's going on in the market. A lot of yellow. A second day of red in RT. The market's losing momentum right now. All right, just down the road from Naples, everyone is saying. All right, Alfredo, how you live in Florida and said you ain't never heard of it? Sigh. That's all right, but Marco Island, so it's right down the road from Naples, close to Naples. I think we did Naples in that same trip. I remember the days where we used to do 3 cities, in 3 days or so. So can I put some money in BI? I'm not sure what BI is. All right, not sure what BI is. Jake says, you're welcome. How did you didn't give it to me. Just Google's and it has picks. Oh, man, I love it. All right, a lot of yellow in the color guard. I still want you to understand, I think Ryan and I both agree that the Santa rally is in play, but RT tells us the market is stalling out right now. I think we're waiting. I think the last big, does everybody agree with me? What's the last big thing we're waiting for going into next year? Type it in the room. What's the last big thing that we're waiting for before we go into next year? Just type it in the room. All right. There you go. Jazz is right. Are we going to get a rate cut? How many people, let me ask another question. How many people think he's going to pause? With the way the economy is right now, how many people think he's going to pause? Type a 1 if you think he's going to pause. Type a 2 if you think he cuts. Type a 1 if you think he's going to pause. Type a 2 if you think he cuts. I'm just really curious. I'm really curious. Now, it's interesting. Steve Chappell and I were talking about it this morning. The markets don't want a pause. All right? The markets don't want a pause. I think, but if he's really based on the numbers and on the statistics, he might have to consider it. All right, he might have to consider it. You know me, though. I always want to have the conversation. A lot of 2s and a lot of 1s and a lot of 2s. That's fine. That is fine. I'm just curious. And I think that the market is waiting for that. That's why we're sitting in this little sideways motion. As a matter of fact, let me bring up the software and go into, where's my mouse? I can't find my mouse. There it is. And let's go into the program. There it is. Now we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, to include today, 8 days in a sideways channel. The Fed reports on the cut decision, I think it's next week. Jobs reports job numbers tomorrow is absolutely right, Rod. And, Ryan asked me the question yesterday on AMA, what do I think, what do we think is more important? Is it inflation or the jobs? And I think inflation is going to play a bigger role in the decision. All right, should we tighten stops? Alex, I am of the mindset, when we were looking at the homepage, we saw all of that yellow in the color guard telling us to be cautious. I wouldn't be mad at you if you did tighten stops. Now, don't make them severely tight because, again, the market's moving sideways. It didn't really start moving down. A down day today, all right, a down day today, right at that level of support, sitting at about 74.18. All right. So, no, I'm not telling you to exclusively just say, whoa, panic and cut deep or tighten deep. I wouldn't mind you putting a little tighter stop on, let's say how are we going to call it tighter? Instead of using like a 50% gain to get out or 15% loss to get out, maybe you take a 40-10. All right, a 40, take the gains quicker at 40%, but you're not taking as big a loss on the downside. You tighten it down to 10%. That's as much as I would say about tightening right now. All right, I'd be careful buying into a stock right now. Make sure that the stock has followed through from the time that you first looked at it. All right, but I would put a tighter stop, excuse me, on those stocks, being that the market could go either direction. We got two things. We got job numbers, and then we have the rate cut next week or whatever the rate decision is. So with all of that being said, folks, I'm going to just tell you guys to be very careful right now. Don't be afraid to take some off the table on the stocks that you've made money on, even if you only take half off. Maybe you take 25% off. Man, whatever it is, I need you guys to make sure that you lock in some profits on. I think a lot of people out there, a lot of people in this room has made a lot of money. Don't give it all back. All right? Don't give it all back. 34 now, 12 Fahrenheit predicted tonight in Waynesville. I know. It's not supposed to be that cold in North Carolina. What the flying flip? If he does not cut, market can go way down. And if he does cut, is it good for the economy, Amir? I hear you. And I think that the market, Wall Street doesn't want to pause. All right? It doesn't want to pause. And I think that the cut is already baked in. He keeps saying that he's working off the data. The data says that he may not need to do a cut. All right, stocks can fall fast. Look at Toast. I mean, a lot of stocks that have been moving, and I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back to the homepage real quick. A lot of stocks that have been moving. As we watch this color guard is really putting you in the right space to say, hey, I don't care how much my stock has gone up. All this yellow in the color guard tells me I still need to be careful. And that's what I want you guys to do. No one heard of earthquake? Hey, what earthquake? Earthquake, maybe? Where do we have an earthquake? Is it too late to get into Palantir? Let's go look at it real quick. Is it too late to get into Palantir? PLTR. Let's go look. In California, 8.4? Was there really an 8.4 on the Richter scale for California? That's huge. Oof, Palantir. There's my level I was looking at. It's gone way above my level. Is it too late? My answer to that question is no, unless as long as you're buying 12 cents higher than the high. The stock is still in an uptrend. Very little wick at the top. The body is much bigger. New high today. I'm going to say it's not too late to still get into Palantir. All right, 12 cents higher than the high. The trend is still in place. It broke through a level of resistance. Everything for me looks good. All right. Candlestick formation. Could that be a hanging man to show a possible reversal at the top? No follow through. No follow through. Remember, tomorrow's video is still talking about candlestick patterns, but I'm going to put a little flip on it. How many of you have been asking me, and Amir, it's tough to do that. The only way I can do that as far as the next Palantir stock, watch my videos on Tuesdays, my videos of the stocks that are under the radar. How many of you watched the video Friday about utilizing candlesticks and the different patterns that I'm going to talk about? I mean, just type of one in the room. All right, because on Friday's video, tomorrow's video, you guys have been asking me to do a quantum video. I'm going to do a quantum video tomorrow, but we're going to use the power of candlesticks to see which quantum stocks are the right ones to get into. Does that sound good for tomorrow? Yes or no? Does that sound good? So it's going to be a twofer tomorrow. I am going to do a quantum computing video. All right. I will do a quantum computing video I'm going to bring to you about 10 to 15 quantum stocks that I really like, but we're going to use the power of candlesticks. We're going to start off with the power of VectorVest first. Then we're going to use the power of candlesticks to see which ones I would think about getting into. So that's going to be tomorrow's video. On 9/25/24, Glenn says Palantir $50 on Palantir by the end of the year. I put it on my Outlook calendar for 12/31. What's it sitting at right now? It's sitting, look at, it's past $50. It's past $50. It hit. It already hit. Sigh. All right. 10 to 15 stocks I'm looking at from the quantum space, but we're going to use the power of VectorVest to see which ones are the best ones. And then we're going to use the power of candlesticks to see from candlestick patterns which ones will be the right ones to get into now. So it's going to be a twofer tomorrow. Tomorrow's going to be a twofer. All right. So we looked at Palantir. Is it too late? No. Bigger body than the wick. The wick shows that it pulled back just a little bit, not a lot of wick from quantum space. We're going to look at quantum. I'm going to do a deep dive on quantum, what it's all about, how it's useful, blah, 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 blah. Bring up some stocks, use the VectorVest software, blah, 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 blah. Then we're going to use candlesticks. That's what we're going to do. All right. All right. So that was quickly on Palantir. Looking at the market timing graph again, 7 days, sideways move. But I was going to say we're still in the uptrend, but we're not quite. We're just moving sideways. A little consolidation. Glenn, nice toke? Is the market going to take off, eh? Right now, the market's just consolidating. Right now, the market's just consolidating. Sound was up. That's one of my stocks in one of my portfolio, one of my watch lists today. Sound moved up big. All right, let's get into some of the news. All right, let's get into some of the news. And this came in this morning. All right, this came in this morning. U.S. stocks marginally lower. Retail stocks, couple of retail stocks made some big moves. Weekly jobless claims in focus. Power flags. Strength in the economy. See that? Strength in the economy. Jobless claims rise. All right. Powell said the economy was in a better place than has appeared in September when the Fed began cutting interest rates. Allowing the Fed to be more cautious in considering further easing. His comments are likely his last public statements before the Fed meets later in December, when the central bank is widely expected to cut rates by 25 basis points. Based on this data, that doesn't make sense. All right, let's go down. Retail earnings. How about Dollar General up 1.9% earlier today? Where's it now? It's not up here. Kroger, Five Below, and American Airlines soared 10% after the carrier raised its adjusted profit guidance for the current quarter, banking on better pricing power on the backdrop of a strong demand for travel. Oil rose on Thursday, which is today. Akshaya was on yesterday and said, what was going on with oil? I don't know. But the Organization of the Petroleum, OPEC, has decided to delay the restart of its oil production increases by 3 months. It's going to put more selling pressure on oil. All right, oil is going to go down. It's going to go down, down, down. You would think it's supposed to go up with that, right? You would think it's supposed to go up because they're not increasing, but it is what it is. I'm not talking about it. The additional production of 180,000 barrels per day was expected to start in January. Now it won't start until April. You would think that would cut down on the supply of oil, but we'll see. All right, so those are some stories from this morning. Big news: Bitcoin hits 100,000, driven by ETFs, which I have IBIT. Corporate adoption in Trump's victory. Corporate adoption. A lot of companies, and Ryan's been working on a story, a lot of companies are getting heavier and heavier. A lot of the big name companies are getting heavier and heavier in Bitcoin. Again, pushing the price higher, more eyeballs, the whole deal. All right, interesting. So that's big news today. Again, those people who are playing, whether it's Bitcoin ETFs, because somebody asked, I saw in the chat, someone asked, will VectorVest cover Bitcoin? The reason why we don't is because we don't track currency or futures. Bitcoin is a currency. We don't, in the VectorVest software, we don't track currencies or futures. So if you want to get involved with any of those things, they have to be done through ETFs. Okay. William says, I started trading a week ago and I've been moving sideways. GoDaddy chart is just incredible. That's another one of my watch lists today. You know, I give you fish every week on Trending Thursday. Two of those stocks that you just gave me are stocks that are in my watch list. Asif says Bitcoin is asset class now. It could be asset. For us, from an asset class, because it still is a currency, we can still trade and take part of the move, but it's got to be through ETFs with VectorVest. What's a good recommendation? Well, I'm glad you asked that, the clips, because I'm going to give you some. Crypto is getting the SEC boss it wanted in Paul Atkins. Again, putting crypto in the forefront in a lot of people's faces. For years, Atkins has made it clear he favors clearer regulations for cryptocurrencies that don't stifle innovation or impose unnecessary insight. He also has criticized the Dodd-Frank legislation that was enacted after the 2008 financial crisis to rein in the biggest U.S. banks. Interesting. Another boost to crypto. Now, let's get into some good, fun stuff. Meta announces nuclear power plans. Here's what other tech companies have been doing. I know that I've been talking about, I love uranium, because more and more companies are beginning to get collaborations with nuclear energy because of the high demand for energy for their servers and such. Interesting story. Nuclear energy can help provide firm baseload power to support the growth needs of the electric grids, yes, that power both our data, which is the physical infrastructure, as well as the communities around them. Issuing a request, Meta said it was seeking to work with partners who will permit, design, engineer, finance, construct, and operate these power plants and will ensure long-term thinking necessary to accelerate nuclear. Big name comes out of here, SMR. Large nuclear reactors, for small modular reactors or large nuclear reactors, adding that it is moving forward with an aim to add 1 to 4 gigawatts of new nuclear energy capacity in the United States to be delivered starting in the early 2030s. Big tech rush for nuclear energy. Amazon, Google, who have secured multiple deals to power their data centers. Google signed an agreement back in October with Kairos Power and is aiming for its first SMR functional by 2030. Amazon has invested more than $500 million in 3 U.S.-based projects by Dominion Energy, a utility company based in the state of Virginia, to oversee the development of small modular nuclear reactors. Ooh-wee. This could put some fire under uranium. All right, so I think that this is one clean energy perspective for power. Here's another one. EcoWave. Now, I know there's been a couple of people in the chat who've talked to me about, hey, Glenn, look at Wave. Well, today I am. EcoWave Power to launch Israel's inaugural wave energy project. The launch is a significant step in reducing greenhouse gas emissions and promoting sustainable energy. Water. We got a lot of water. If we can take that water energy and convert it over to energy, that could be huge too. EcoWave Power Global, a leader in onshore wave energy technology, is set to inaugurate Israel's first wave energy project in collaboration with EDF Renewables Israel. It's going to be in Jaffa Port. Ooh, how many brothers out there know about Jaffa? If you know, you know. If you know, you know. If you don't know, don't ask. But I'm just wondering how many brothers out there know about the port of Jaffa? It's type of one in the room. All right. Well, we launched on December 5th, 2024. The project is a major step forward in utilizing wave energy for electricity generation, contributing to sustainable energy efforts. So this is outside of the AI space. This is just power in general. I'm loving this idea. All right. This is that wave, W-A-V-E. I want you to keep it on your radar. W-A-V-E, wave. I want to keep it on your radar. Again, someone has talked to me about this in regards to this in the chat. So I'm now keeping my eye on it. Roaring Kitty is silenced from the federal. What? What is that? Many departments, I'm being not sure. Okay. I got no brothers out there. It's interesting. All right. Next story. Meta announces a $10 billion aim. This is another Meta story from this one about the nuclear energy. Meta announces a $10 billion AI data center in Louisiana. Oh, Shaw. Janice, you here? In Louisiana. $10 billion AI data center in Louisiana. There's my dawn. All right. That's, wow. Okay. Again, AI ain't going nowhere. They're trying to make sure that they can build out the energy for all of this stuff. And when I do about the quantum computing, about supercomputers, a lot of that is AI driven. A lot of people out there think that this is an AI bubble. I, on the other hand, do not like the idea that this is a bubble. These companies that are out there making a lot of money are making a lot of money. Making us a lot of money are making a lot of money. They actually make money. But I think this is a big story. Infrastructure investment in Louisiana location. It's going to be, I don't know where they said it was going to be. In the one day that I need Janice to be on, she's not on. It's going to be in Richland Parish. I don't know where that is. It's not like I know a whole lot about Louisiana anyway. Meta's commitment to renewable energy. This is an interesting story. $10 billion, came out today, $10 billion investment in a data center in Louisiana. All right, two more stories. Bitcoin reached 200,000, propelled by institutional flows and ETFs. So it's interesting that, Bitcoin is so expensive. Bitcoin is so expensive that the only way for a lot of people to take advantage of this move is through ETFs. ETFs are pushing it higher and higher and higher and higher. Institutions have net bought 683,000 Bitcoin. That's a lot of money. Year to date. That's a lot of money. When each one is now $100,000 for each Bitcoin, that's a lot of money. What is that, $6 billion? Can somebody do the math for me? 683,000 Bitcoin at 100,000. Is that 6 billion? That's not trillion. Somebody break that number down. 683,000 at 100,000. I think that's billion. Can anybody back that up for me? I think it's billion. Waiting to add to my CCJ position when it closes above 60. I'm thinking that all of the stocks in the uranium space are probably going to move up substantial, and some of them are already moving up better than others. Some are already moving 60. It is 68 billion. All right, thank you. That's what I thought. That's $68 billion worth of Bitcoin at the current price. 68 billion. That's a lot of money. That's a lot of money. All right. Last story. Ooh, how about this? Bitcoin could be a bubble. Ooh, I don't think so. Bitcoin could be a bubble. They don't produce much other than use energy. I'm going to think on that. I don't think it's a bubble, but do I think that Bitcoin is going to go through another crypto winter like we just came out of? Yeah, I think that's the beast. That's part of playing crypto. I think that's just part of playing crypto. Richland Parish in the north central Louisiana, East Old Monroe. Thank you, VV Pat. Again, I don't know much. And the one time that I need Janice to be on. She's not. Sigh. She's going to watch this on the replay and be like, oh, man. That's what she's going to say. She's going to be like, oh, man. All right. One last story. TSMC. Look at this. TSMC in talks to produce Blackwell AI chip for who? NVIDIA. Good googly muggly. Good googly muggly for NVIDIA. TSMC in talks to produce. Now, you guys know that I got a kid that works for ASML, all right, which works directly in collaboration with TSMC. As a matter of fact, he's in Taiwan again right now. They sent him over to Taiwan. He's only going to be over there for about a few days. But he's an engineer on one of the lithography machines. So his job is to make these chips to the specific specifications. But TSMC in talks. Taiwan Semi in talks to produce the Blackwell AI chip for NVIDIA. It's going to be huge for TSMC. And my kid works in Arizona. How high can UAMY go? As long as there's a shortage. As long as there's a shortage, and again, Ryan was all over it. As long as there's a shortage, it can go way high. It can go up to the sky. You know, when I look at UAMY, I go, fly, Robin, fly. Doom, 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 doom. Up to the sky. That's what I think UAMY can do. All right. How many of you all remember that song? I don't remember who sings it, but that was the song back in the day. Fly, Robin, fly. UAMY. Yeah. Up to the sky. All right. Let's go look. Yes. And I was running low on energy today. Clay said, you better go get you some coffee. Just like that. That's what he said. Right, Clay? That's exactly what you said. Tell him. I want him to hear it from you. You said, you better go get you some coffee. Didn't you say that, Clay?
That's what I said.
That's what he said. You better go get you some coffee. Just like that. I was a scary voice. It was a very scary voice, and I went to get some coffee. All right. Let's go look at some of the stocks that are in my list today. Look at that. Market's down, pulling back a little bit today. The biggest mover is the Russell 2000, down about 0.8%. The VIX is pretty flat. People are not fearful or greedy today, but the price of the VIX is sitting at 1346, not at the levels of 20 when the market's definitely looking fearful. All right, so John says you remember that. There you go. Fly Robin. 1975, we heard that on AM radio when we were kids. I remember AM radio. I did. Now, I just got on my watch. A powerful 7.0 earthquake has struck off the northern California coast. There's a tsunami warning issued. A powerful earthquake has just struck off the northern California coast, and a tsunami warning has been issued. Several aftershocks continue to rattle the area off Eureka. How far is that from San Diego? I got family in San Diego. All right, it was Silver Convention. Is that who sang the song? Wow. Ryan is my hero on UAMY. I made huge profits today. He was all over that. He was all over that antimony. 7.0 was 8.2. Holy smokes. That was always been my big thing about being in California. I was afraid that it was going to break off and float away. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just was always afraid of that. Love me some California. Just that San Antonio? No. Whatever it has. It's something with an A. Fault. San Andreas? Yeah. San Andreas Fault is not a pretty, and it's never been a pretty thing. All right. But he called it. He was right on that story with antimony. He was right on that story. It says very far from San Diego, like 10 hours drive. Thank you, G-Money. Uncle Glenn, you're not worried about me? I'm 40 away. Were you 40 miles away from the epicenter? Wow. I hope you're okay, Amir. We're praying for you, for sure. I'm praying for anybody who is close to that. You're in my prayers, Amir, for sure. You are in my prayers for sure. All right. Let's go look at the big news stocks, the stocks in the stories. The first stocks in the stories. Coin, ETH, IBIT. I'm looking at those because of crypto move today. All right. Meta, with two things, with the nuclear energy and with the plant. All right. $10 billion AI plant in Louisiana. American Airlines, Taiwan Semi to build chips for NVIDIA. Five Below. Here are the retails. Five Below, Kroger, EcoWave. I want you to keep this stock on your radar. Now, looking at it in VectorVest, it don't look so pretty. It really don't. It's not fundamentally sound. It is overvalued. But if this works out with Israel from their ability to create useful energy from water, it's going to be huge globally. It'll start with Israel, but it's going to be globally. All right. So thank you, Martin. Thank you all. It's crazy shock today. I've only been through one earthquake in my life, and that was in Okinawa, Japan. I was on fire watch. I had never experienced an earthquake. I was on fire watch. So it was like 3 o'clock in the morning, and the ground started to shake, and I started to wake everybody up and say, get out, get out, get out. And everybody said, Tompkins, shut up. It's an earthquake. I was like, oh. But listen, I was on it. I was ready to get everybody out so we won't die. But everybody told me to shut up. All right, next time that happens, I'm getting out and y'all can stay right up in there. That's the way I looked at it. All right, oil was on the rise this morning a little bit, but still falling down. Again, a crypto play. Keep your eyes on SMR as well. Keep your eyes, those two stocks I want you to keep your eyes on, Wave and SMR. Wave and SMR. All right? Listen, I was going to get ready to get up, but everybody told me to everybody told me shut up and just keep on walking. I said, okay. I was like, okay. Was there in D.C. when it happened? When was there an earthquake in D.C.? When was there ever an earthquake in D.C.? Earthquakes don't happen in D.C. I think I had an I don't know. All right. Safe undervalued stocks. All right, here we go. Now I'm giving you some fish. Safe undervalued stocks rising in price. All of them are up today. Oh, look at that. TSM is in there. GoDaddy is in there. Take a picture of these stocks. Most of these stocks are fundamentally sound, buy recommendations, good VST, the whole 9 yards. This is my list of safe undervalued stocks rising in price for you. We need some good. Right now, I'm giving you some good fish today. This is probably one of the best set of stocks that I can give you on a daily basis. Safe undervalued stocks. That's the VectorVest mantra right there. Safe undervalued stocks rising in price in a rising market. All right, Phyllis says, I was at DC earthquake. I didn't know DC had an earthquake. Was it big? I don't know. All right, I'm going to give you some more stocks from the NPI, near perfect indicator, swing trading NPI. These should, only one is down. NCMI is down, but AppLovin, Xiaomi, Marix, NatWest Group. And the cool thing about some of these stocks, you'll see all of these have RTs above one. All of these have VSTs above one. Some of these stocks you may have never heard of. All right, these are all from the near perfect indicator. All right, all buy recommendations as well. Look at those CIs. These stocks all go up more than they go down. Take a picture of it. All right, Star Search. How about Star Search? I got a portfolio of Star Search. Star Search stocks, I've only got 4 that I want to give to you today. Now, these are stocks that are ready to pinch in Star Search. All right, these are stocks that are ready to pinch in Star Search. I want to show you a portfolio. I want to show you a portfolio that I've been running with the Trending Thursday Star Search. 37%. I've been running this portfolio since April 25th. And I keep putting stocks in here from the Star Search pinch. 37%. On a day like the market's down today, it's up still almost 1% today. I did put in 3 new stocks today. Merck, American Tower, cell phone stuff, and Prudential. I did Puke. Who's going to name their ticker symbol Puke? What's your ticker symbol? Puke. That's like saying, what's your ticker symbol? Barf. He's a Mog. He's half dog, half man, half dog. He's his own best friend. Love that movie. I don't think we could play that movie in today's society. I don't think we can come out and play that movie in today's society. All right. So I have some stocks from you from the Star Search. All right. I've only got 4, so I'm giving you more fish. How about top VST stocks where the 3-8 just crossed? Celestia's in there. Data, VRT, Cypher, and Bitto. All of these stocks are up on a day that the market's down. All right. These are top VST stocks where the 3 and the 8 exponential moving averages have crossed. All right. Man, I love Thursdays. Thursdays, when the market's good, I give you a lot of great fish. All right, on Thursdays, based on these watch lists, I give you a lot of great fish. Now, for those people who are more aggressive, how about the stocks that went up today, probably news-driven? Look at these stocks. VRNT, NIXX, ITRM, Jemaya, and AQMS. Now, the thing about this, I'm wondering if this falls under, if that AQMS falls under the rare earth thing, like antimony. I wonder. Maybe not. All right, but all of these stocks are up today. These were all news-driven. Write them down. Keep your eyes on them if these could have follow-through going into tomorrow. But these are stocks that have gone up today, but they've done so on good volume. Someone asked me about Sound. Sound made the list up 32%, but look at the volume on all of these. These stocks are up bigly in volume. These stocks I like a lot from a speculative perspective because they've gone up nicely today, but the volume is off the charts. That means these stocks have been convicted by people buying it. Thus the reason why I like these stocks. These are stocks that have gone up big, but they've gone up big on volume. Hey, Amir, close out of the YouTube and bring it back up. Or there's a little cog, a little engine part somewhere. You can click on it and change the resolution. All right. So far, I've given you 3-4 different lists of good fish. You know, I'm giving you fishes right here. Portfolios. What else is in my portfolios that I want to take a look at? How about Ryan's? Ryan's AMA portfolio got big up today. 9%. He's up 4% today, and that is because of UAMY. He got into it yesterday. Look at that. He got into it yesterday. He's up 21% today. So our Wednesday portfolios, man, just 2 days, he's gone up a lot. Where little old measly me, I'm only up about 1%. But I picked up stocks yesterday. Yesterday I didn't have any stocks, but I picked them up stocks. So I wanted to look at that. Where's my uranium plays? Uranium plays, I did a video on 11.5 for uranium, 16.35%. You talking about CCJ in this portfolio, it's up 18%, the third best stock, fourth best stock in the list. How about since I did that video on uranium plays, I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 stocks that are up double digits. SMR, I'm telling you, SMR is killing it. VS Vistra Energy, UEC. Uranium, URA, I like to play the whole space. All right, URA, I like to play the whole space. It's not moving up nearly as much, but that's solid for playing the whole space without having to hone in on one specific stock. But SMR is killing it. It's killing it. Up 32%. Vistra Energy, 32%. UEC, 21%, and so on and so forth. What else is in here I want you? Oh, remember the video I did on the undervalued stocks less than $10? Let's see if I can find it. Where's my undervalued stocks less than $10? Somewhere in here. Market update, midday market down. No. Undervalued. I don't know where it is. It's in here somewhere. It's probably got a date. Oh, there it is. 10/8. 10/8 of 2024. I did a video on undervalued stocks less than $10. 27%. Look at these gains. If you're not watching the other videos that are on our channel, you need to. Someone's saying SMR has been down as of late. Let's go take a look at it. Let's go look at SMR. SMR. Oh, it has been. Oh, what's that candlestick pattern right there? What's that candlestick? Somebody type it in the room. Type it in the room. What's that candlestick pattern on where my mouse is? Somebody type it in the room. OMG. No, it's a shooting star. Sorry. It's a shooting star. Did it have follow through? Nope. Hanging man looks like it's at the top of a pattern. I don't have a hanging man here. It's a shooting star. Shooting star with follow through the next day, which also created what? A bearish engulfing. Follow through, follow through, follow through. Ooh. I like SMR. Let me go see if I can find you a stop if you're in it. Horizontal line, right at this swing high. We're almost there, 22.29. If it falls down below 22, I wanted to see, based on where it is, 22.29. Falls below that, you probably need to think about it. But look at this. Look at this rebound today. Look at the big wick at the bottom of today's candle. A little bit of a rebound. A little bit of a rebound. All right. Falling sun, son. Sigh. No. How come y'all make up all these names for the? It's a shooting star. How you get a falling star or a shooting sun? A falling sun. Sigh. It's a good thing I love you people. What do you mean by you people? VV Nation is what I mean. Before somebody comes out and says, Alfreda says made 83% off of Kins. Love that. Love that. All right, what are the portfolios I've gotten here? Anything? These are my stocks that are on my radar. 23. I'll add more. I'll add another stock to it on Tuesday when I do the next video. All right. I think that's it. I do it. I got a precursor of all my radar stocks. This may or may not change. These might be my stocks for Tuesday. These may be or may not be my stocks for Tuesday. But these are the stocks that are on my radar right now. CRDO, KC, BBAI, UAMY, and SoftBank. Those are my stocks right now that are on my radar. There may be a video on this, or I may change my mind if I find other palatable stocks. Someone just said something about UAMY. Yeah, UA went up a lot today. UAL is awesome. I don't know if it's under my radar. Number one, and number two, I don't know if it's under my radar. All right, so I'm just giving you a precursor of possibly what's going to be under my radar stocks on Tuesday, but it may change. All right, what time is it? It's time for me to look at your stocks. Where are your stocks? Customer picks. Did I empty this out from last week? Of course not. I did not. Let me empty that. And let's go get some stocks. How many likes did we get today? 43 likes? All right, fine. I really should just give you 4 stocks. I keep giving you 10 stocks each time. Y'all got to have some skin in the game. You know something? I'm putting in 4 stocks today. Maybe that's the only way I'm going to get my point across. LGO, comma, IONQ, comma 4. Here we go. 45 likes. Again, how does this work? For every 10 likes, you get a stock. For every 10 likes, you get a stock. QUBT, I'm up to 50. All right, so there's your 5. There's your 5. All right, it is what it is. I'm here for you. I'm here for you. But the likes just show that it's just putting a little bit of skin in the game to get more stocks up here. That's all I got to say about that. I don't have a like button to check. How does that happen, Clay? How do they not have a... That can't happen. Can it happen?
No. You should have a like button somewhere.
So if you don't have it, well, I don't know. You got to have it somewhere. All right, 65, which gives me 6. All right, fine. Now I'll just might as well put the 10 up there. QUBT is up in there. Cyber, CYB. I'm going straight down the list. NFLU. What is that? What is that? 5, 6, 7. Rivian, RVIN. No, RIVN. That's 8. UAL. That's 9. PSTG. There's your 10. I still gave you 10. Glenn, what do you think about dogs? I have a dog. DOGZ. This is why y'all don't put the likes, because you know I'm going to freaking put all of these stocks up here for you anyway. That's why. GME? Really? You really want to look at GME? OMG. Wow. All right. There's the stocks. All right, so we got 70 likes, but I still gave you 13 stocks. All right, it's all right. Uber. I'll put Uber up in there. UBER. I think that's why y'all don't put the likes up there, because you know no matter what, I'm going to give you stocks. I'm such a softie. That's what it is. I'm such a softie. Sigh. I'm in via VectorVest, not YouTube. How can she be? Are we doing this on Facebook too? I thought we stopped doing that. Clay? How is she? She said that she's in via VectorVest, not YouTube.
VectorVest?
Yeah. We're not. No, it's YouTube. Yeah, I think it's only on YouTube. All right. Well, QBTS. Last one. QBTS. All right. That's all the stocks I'm doing today. Probably. Are you on the app? I don't know. Go ahead and try 71 likes. Yeah, I got you 15 stocks up there, Lou. For 71, for me to have 15 stocks, I should have 150 likes, but that's not the case. I still gave you 15 stocks. Webcasts. This is not on a webcast. This is only on YouTube. I don't know.
No. I might have clicked on the notification from the VectorVest app. That makes sense?
Yeah, but that should still bring her to YouTube, yes?
Yeah, it would. But
all right.
I think there's a little bit of confusion there.
Okay, follow your rules. I know my rules said I should only have 7 stocks up there. That's all right. You're right, Rod. I should. But it's all right. I still love you guys. All right, now the beautiful thing about putting these stocks into a watch list, the VectorVest watch list. Oh my gosh, Jimmy, please don't say you're one of those diamond hand people, Jimmy. Please. You're going to make me cry. You're going to make me cry for you. I feel like Evita. Don't cry for me, Argentina. You were supposed to have been immortal. That's all they wanted. That much to ask for. All right. So with that being said, if you are you one of those diamond hand people, Jimmy? You know what? I'm going to start off with yours, Jimmy. Stock is clearly way overvalued. Fundamentally, RV upside potential is not there. They do make money. Relative safety above 1. It is in an uptrend. It's got a VST above 1. Okay. It's got a CI, which means it goes up more than it goes down. Could Jimmy know something that I don't know? Doo-dah. Let's go look at it. It is moving. Let's put this on a 6-month graph. Interesting in GME. Even though I call it a meme stock, most people do. There's a swing high. It went above it today. Interesting, Jimmy. Jimmy, is this your first time to our channel? Yes or no, Jimmy? I only hear from Jimmy right now. Is this your first time to our channel? I like the full candle today. Now, keep in mind, I'm taking out of effect. that this is a meme stock, and I'm not all into meme stocks. Let's just use the graph. Swing high here over this last 6 months, sitting at the value of 28.94. It broke above that. I got another swing high right here at 32.27. Earnings, value, it's overvalued, but value is rising. Earnings per share is not where I'd like it to be. From a technical standpoint, RT is above 1. From a MACD standpoint, we're in the positive and possibly crossing back over. What else do I see? I want everybody to take your meme hat, I hate meme stocks hat off. Look at that. Trend line back above the trend line, broke through a resistance line, approaching another one. Jimmy? Second time in the channel this year. Jimmy? Are you a VV Nation person, or is this your first time here? I took off the I hate meme stock hat. Looking at the graph, something could be said. No wick at the top, very little wick at the top compared to the body. Volume popped up today. RT is still above 1. MACD crossover is about to happen. I'm not putting a ton of money behind it. So what I'm going to say, Jimmy, I need it to break above this level of 32.27 before I buy it. How about that? GME or SMCI, which one? Holy smokes, that's not a fair assessment, Kiwi. Meow. GME, SMCI. Two different things. One's a meme stock and one could just be a jacked up stock because of some accounting. There's the upward trend there. It's positive on the MACD. That's a very interesting argument, Kiwi. Meow. It's approaching a level of resistance. Down day today, I wouldn't take it today. It isn't an uptrend. RT is above 1. MACD is positive. And earnings per share is rising. If I had to, let's go through this. Not all of you know that you can do this. Let's go put them side by side. SMCI is undervalued. Value starting to rise. GME is overvalued. Value is starting to rise. Earnings per share on SMCI are rising. That's a positive sign. Earnings per share on GME are falling. Price action tells me another story. There's the trend line. It's getting back into the uptrend. I need for it to close above that, number one. Number two, I need to see it break above that. SMCI is in an uptrend. MACD is positive. Look at all that value behind it. RT is above 1, and it's undervalued. And it's a buy recommendation. And Jazz says just buy both. That's up to you. I don't know if I want to take either one of them, but I'm not telling you guys not to based on the graphs. The graphs may say if you're a little bit more aggressive, you might, Jazz is right, you may want to take a piece of both of them. Interesting that you bring that up today, Jimmy. Interesting that you bring that. Oh, now Janice is here. Sigh. Janice, I needed you earlier because Meta is going to be investing $10 billion in an AI factory in Louisiana. What was the Port Richard Howard base thing or whatever? Something like that. I forget where the place was. Something like that. You should have been on so you could tell me where it was. GME has earnings next Tuesday. Chances are they're going to, I don't know if they're going to beat earnings. Earnings per share is falling. It means earnings growth is probably falling. I don't know if they're going to beat earnings. I don't know if this move is saying that, yeah, we're going to, I don't know if they're going to beat earnings. I don't think they're going to beat earnings. All right, I'm going to minimize that. I am going to add BBAI. All right. Sorry, I was on a call earlier. Where is Meta? And somebody tell her where it is. I got to go find the story. Let's go to the story real quick. Web stories. Meta announces $10 billion AI center in Louisiana. Richland Parish. It's going to bring a lot of jobs to this area. $10 billion artificial intelligence data center. 4 million square feet on 2,200 acres of land. Shoo-wee. How about this? Meta also plans to build a subsea cable to manage the global data global data. All right, there it is, Richland, Paris. Only reason why I did that is because it was for you, Janice. Other than that, I probably wouldn't have done it. Oops, wrong thing. That's not what I wanted. Sigh. All right, that's still not what I wanted. Sigh. I need more Cafe Bustelo. There we go. Here's the list. Just found it. Richland Parish, North Louisiana. I am South LA. All the good food is in South Louisiana. Oh, I've been to Louisiana. I don't know where I was. I was in Baton Rouge. I almost took a job. Oh my gosh. You want to hear the story real quick? I was in the Berg and fire alarm industry, and a company flew me down for an interview to Louisiana as a sales manager for 5 states down there. I was going to be Louisiana, Mississippi, Georgia, and a couple other places. I told my dad, and my dad looked at me and was like, "Are you freaking crazy?" I was like, "What, Dad?" He says, "Do we really need to have this talk?" I was like, whatever. So I flew down. I was married at the time. They flew me and my wife down. When I walked into the place, they looked at me and said, "Oh, You're Glenn Tompkins? I said, yes. They said, okay, here, we're going to give you this car. We've paid for your hotel for the weekend, and we'll set up for you to come back for the interview. I never got a call. I never got a call for the weekend, but I spent time in Slidell, and I had a car. My hotel was paid for, and that was that. So that was interesting story of my life. That was a real story. It was a real story. I guess I was still naive of the time and the place where I would be. I guess there was a certain sense of naivety, but I was like, I can do this. And here we go. All right. That's a real true story. That is a real true story of what that was. Richland is 2 hours north from me. You would love Louisiana. That is a weird story. I think this was back in the 90s. And I think that they saw me, and I don't think they anticipated who they saw to be there. I think that's what it came down to for those states deep in the South. So, all right. Let's go look at all of these stocks real quick. You guys drew me all off time, but that's all right. Look at that. American Airlines. Good, googly muggly. After Meta went woke, started losing big time, and now it may be late unless... I think Meta's going to be fine, Lou. That's what I think. I think Meta's going to be fine. United Airlines looks good. Why does my graph look like that? Oh, because this is closed? All right. Look at that. That's a purty-looking graph. Sure enough, it's purty. PSTG, gapped up. I wonder if that was earnings. It was. I'm going to give you, if you're in this stock, give you a hard stop about halfway through this gap. 59.84. You know, it was a little sideways for the most of the year until after the earnings came up. I'd just be careful with it. NFLU, Netflix. I used to own Netflix. I don't anymore, but nice move on it. This is the ETF for Netflix. Isn't this one of a couple? Nice move on it, though. Gotta love it. Next one. BBAI. I like this play. Nice moving up. Little wick at the top. Body still bigger than the wick, but that's a big wick at the top of the candle. It's a big wick at the top of the candle. A lot of volume today. And I do like the MACD is picking up. I still like the play. There was a reason why BBAI was in collaboration. I think it was on the Monday video. BBAI was in collaboration with somebody. I forgot who. I wonder if it was NVIDIA. I forget who they were in collaboration with. That's why it caught my attention. Jake said your father was spot on. He might have been. You'll never know. You never know. But yeah, Dad was not happy about that. He was not. And again, I guess it could have been some naivete. QBTS, quantum computing. Man, I'm looking at nice open candle here. Broke through a level of resistance. All right. Nice open candle here, not a ton of wick at the top. I live 5 miles from the most haunted house in the USA. It's called the Myrtles. Many folks don't make it through the night due to the ghosts. You should come down. Oh, heck no. Oh, no. Oh, no. Glenn don't do ghosts. Oh, no. Glenn don't play that. Not even a little bit. Not even a little bit. Glenn don't play that. All right, I'm just saying, no. We did look at Palantir. I thought we looked at it today. I do like Palantir. I like the move on it. Cyber moving up. Oof. Nicely moving up. Still at a, look, what is this? On a 3-month high. Nice move on the high. This is begrudgingly moving up. Slower moving up, but moving up nonetheless. Watch MACD, though. I need to probably do this. There we go. Oh, that's not how I wanted to do that. Let's do this. MACD is losing momentum. MACD is starting to lose momentum. Watch that. I do like that it's overvalued, but value is rising. All right, let's go to the next one. WBD, Warner Brothers, nicely moving higher. I wonder if this was earnings. Earnings is already on here. No earnings there. Look at that move up, though. Again, watch MACD is moving down. MACD is telling me from a technical standpoint could be losing momentum, even though RT is still above 1. Next one, GME we looked at. Who was he? Jerry? Who is his name? I gotta go back up in the chat. What is his name? How did I miss the name? What was his name? It was a green. It was green. Dang it. I missed his name. Was it? No, it wasn't Jerry. I'm looking. It wasn't Jake. Now I'm mad because I can't find his name. Jimmy. It was Jimmy. All right, Jimmy. Interesting that you bring GME into the fray today. There's the uptrend, breaking back above the uptrend. I am looking to see if it can break above. You know something? I'm not going to tell you not to keep your eyes on it, but I'm not a fan of meme stocks. Jenna says ghost are friendly. Oh heck no. It was a Palantir. Thank you, Femi. BBAI was with Palantir. I do like the BBA stock. I still want you to keep your eyes on it. All right. INOQ. Goodness gracious. Looks great. Looks great. New 3-month high after earnings. Been going up. Overvalued. Value's not moving with it. Hood, coin. Again, a lot of those dealing with crypto, probably both are good. Coin was on my list today, Gladys. Roaring Kitty posted today, first time since September, earnings. Is that what making GME move? Was it Roaring Kitty Cat? We got a better kitty. We got Kiwi Meow is better than Roaring Kitty. We tell you. Kiwi Meow is better than some Roaring Kitty. So I think, so that is why GME looks like it's on the move. All right, that's fine. That's fine. But I'm looking at the graph. The graph at least says, Did you already go over this? Yeah, I went over that. And we were looking at the difference between SMCI and GME. Kiwi Meow brought that up. It was Kiwi that said, which would you rather take? Interesting play right here. You might as well take them both if you're going to. That's up to you, though. That's totally up to you. Yeah, we did look at SMCI and we did compare that to GME. But is that what it is? Roaring Kitty said something and pushed the stock's price higher? Okay. Understood. Understood. I didn't know. All right. A few more stocks to look at. INOQ I like. It's cheap, too. INOQ I like. Let's go to the next one. Qubit. Again, I'm going to do a quantum computing video tomorrow, but we're going to look at the candlesticks. All right. Qubit is in the list. Let's go take a look at it tomorrow. 4. What the flying happened? What happened yesterday? Some bad. Some big old bad happened right there. Yep, they opened up the software and something said, boom, and fall down and go boom. Whoa. I was like, man, I don't know what to do with that. Wow, that's a big fall yesterday. I don't know what the news was on it. Trying to do a little rebound today. I will hone in on little rebound. Janice says he posted a pic of a clock on a magazine with the time of 1:09. I don't know. Again, I'm not a meme stock guy, but just looking at the graph, it makes it so that you got to pay attention to it. The graph at least says you got to pay attention to it. 4 don't look so pretty. 8. Now, why was 7 afraid of 8? No, why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. That's hilarious. Why was 6 afraid of 7? Because 7, 8, 9. Now that was funny. I couldn't bring anything with 4. That was. I know many of you have heard that before, but I just had to bring that up. All right, let's go to the next one. Oof, dogs. That is almost a dark cloud cover. Well, probably there's a dark cloud cover. It's not a. Wouldn't be a one black crow. That would be a dark cloud cover. That's a bearish signal for dogs. Now, I can draw a trend line. It's still above the trend line. But watch that. Right? Can tell you got grandkids in your house with those jokes. Yeah, I got plenty of grandkids in my house right now. Oh, what a time to be a grandpa. MicroStrategy. Interesting. I'm going to draw another freehand line from here. Yeah, be careful with that. There's a level of support sitting at 382.70. If it falls beyond that, I'm going to tell you might want to take some off the table. They've been buying a lot of crypto. A lot of billions of dollars worth of crypto. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, I know, Leo. Lou, what did Lou say? Lou said something. Thanks, Lou. I don't know what Phyllis. Phyllis said that Lou said something. Phyllis, BBI goes high and then drops like a rock. Just watch out daily, minute per minute. Okay, there you go. What was that on BBAI? Didn't I look at it? What did I say about it? Didn't I just look at it? Yeah, there it is. What did I say? Did I like it? I just be careful with the wick. But other than that, stock's moving up. Look at the rising MACD on it too. All right, what other stocks do I need to look at? Let's go see. 4 dogs. MicroStrategy. Uber. Woof. Amir, why did you want me to look at Uber? Oof. I'm not feeling Uber. Now, there's a beautiful thing about it. Look at the value is rising, even though the stock price is falling. This is something I'd put on in a watch list. I'm not buying it now. Big down day today. Uber pooper. I'm not gonna call it a pooper, but that's a big move to the downside. But I do like the rising value. MACD went negative. Big, yeah. I'm not feeling that, Amir. Rivian, I'm not a fan of EVs either. Companies are having a hard time selling EVs. Let me show you if this stock has got legs. Right there. If it can break above that little swing high with the candle, the wick, it might have some legs going up to the upside. Watch the value though. Value's falling. Value's falling. One more stock. Oof. Largo. Mining other. No. Swing. No. Undervalued. I like that. Earnings. No. There's nothing that I like about it. It needs to move above this level of resistance of 226 before I even think about it. Anyone expecting Palantir to push through resistance? Let's go look at Palantir. Let's go look at Palantir. Doo-dah. We did look at Palantir. I told you I liked. Somebody asked me if it was too late to get into Palantir. That was the question early in the session. I said no. As long as you buy 12 cents higher than the high. Stock's in an uptrend. Stock's in an uptrend. My buy-in price was, I missed it a long time, was $66.15. If I was in it right now, because of that buy price, I'd be a happy individual. Did anybody buy in at my buy price of $66.15? Type of 1 in the room. I gave you a buy price. Did anybody take advantage of that buy price? Just type of 1 in the room. I have not looked at SQ. SQ. You bought at 62. I got you, Jazz. SQ. I like the move up. I do like the move up. Actually, that's the trend line. Oh, a bearish candle, not a bearish candlestick pattern. MACD just went positive, and it hit a new high. You know something? I'd have to buy 12 cents higher than the high. It is bottom left, top right after it pulled back. I do like it. I wouldn't buy today because it's a down day, but as long as I buy 12 cents higher than the high. Phyllis said yes. Phyllis is the only one. Gladys and Phyllis were the only two. That's fine. I got to find me another better opportunity to get into Palantir. All right, 313. Put me on my end screen. What is it? Is this one? Yeah. All right. I got to go. I do have to go. I'm getting tired now. I'm having a sugar crash. That sucks. It's been a busy day. We looked at a lot more stocks than we got likes for. We end up getting 84 likes. I'll take it. SMCI is on the rise now. 3 call options are making me some money. Thanks, guy. And Bobby, be careful with it. I don't think that all of the dust is settled with SMCI. If you're in it super early, in my opinion. Just be careful with it. You're making money, make that money. Make that money. All right. Bitcoin went back below 100,000. That's all right. It did hit the psychological point of over 100,000. It's going to be good to hold for a little bit. I still, as you know, I still own iBit and ETHE, Ethereum. All right. All right, now I got to go. Now I'm getting tired. 24% down, expecting 35%. What are you talking about, Neil? All right, let me go. I don't even know if I want to. I got to sign out. Adios, arrivederci, ciao, au revoir, sayonara, aloha to all my peeps in Hawaii. Praying for all those people over in California, Amir, that just had that nasty earthquake happen. Y'all be careful over there, all right? Make sure you look out for each other, because if we do that, we're going to be a better society. Odabu, bom dia, salam, shalom, namaste, yasu. Till next time, folks. See ya.